This is The Broken Shift with Nurse Natalie. Healthcare doesn't break in chaos, it breaks quietly.
Responding to a comment from Nanny who says, how is that even possible? Crazy. So what I gathered is information I got is basically this is how the scam is going. They're running an ad through Facebook, basically targeting students that have failed before and are desperate. It's something like, have you failed the NCLEX? We got some study material or something to help you pass. When you inbox them, then you get hit with the WhatsApp number. And on the WhatsApp, that's when they tell you about the scam. They tell you got to fly out to Cali to do this. They also do it in New York, but New York is more strict, they said, more security measures. I guess the scam can easily be pulled off at this center in California. So basically, you pay the $1,000 first, then you get to the testing center, and it's a person working at Pearson helping you with the scam. You put the headset on, and they're essentially taking the test for you because they give you the answers through the headset. And I guess how it got flagged is by the NCLEX is people are finishing too fast. They're getting done with that shit quick, clicking right through it, done within under an hour, right? So it's the repeat test takers done in under an hour. So because there's a scam going on in 2 facilities, everybody's results are being held, right? Because once there's a scam, look at the Florida nursing scam. Those nurses are, some of them still practicing. They're all over the country. So it's crazy. But this is how they're pulling that off. My thing is this. If you give them the $1,000 and they don't give you the answers when you get there, how the hell do you get your money back? Do you dispute it with your bank and say, yeah, I was trying to commit a federal crime and it didn't go through, I need my money back?
Today I have a juicy system analysis for you because I want to talk about something that's circulating in the nursing spaces, as you just saw in that video. And honestly, it's making a lot of people anxious. There are claims that people are paying companies to feed them the NCLEX answers through hidden headsets during the exam. I can't even imagine. So what it is the question is right now, is this actually happening, or is there another rumor spreading through stress nurses? Because if something like this were happening at scale, I would think it wouldn't just be cheating at this point. It would be completely undermining trust in the entire nursing profession. And as you saw the nurse that I just showed you mention, right? We've already seen this happen in Florida with nurses losing their license for cheating. So I looked into it, not on TikTok, not on Reddit, not through Reddit speculation. I went through actual policies, official statements, what's been documented and what hasn't. And I don't know where she got her information. I just could not find it. She may know somebody, I don't know. But here's what we do know is real. Okay, there are NCLEX related scams. Organizations like the National Council on State Board of Nursing, the group that develops the NCLEX, have warned people about selling leaked exam questions, guaranteed pass services, and shortcuts into licensure. Those are scams, period. Now, on the testing side, the NCLEX is administered through Pearson VUE, and their security is not casual. We're talking about ID verification, biometrics, or palm scanning in some locations, and videos, video and audio monitoring, ear checks for hidden devices, no personal electronics into the testing rooms. Now, this all depends on the people there, but if there are cameras, I haven't taken the NCLEX in over 30 years. So the idea that someone is casually sitting in a testing center getting answers fed through a headset is crazy to me. That would require bypassing so many layers of security. And I couldn't find anything that confirms it. But here's the point. There's no confirmed documented case from a regulatory board of law enforcement proving that this is happening inside NCLEX testing centers. And so we're going to talk about what I can find that's actually happening, because y'all need to be careful out there. Be careful. And why would you be wanting to scam? Because this is the scams are real and they're affecting people. These scammers are on platforms like TikTok, targeting nursing students who are already anxious and maybe have failed the test, as she mentioned, right? And they're often offering things like guaranteed NCLEX passes, leaked questions, or claiming they have inside access to systems like Pearson VUE. And here's how it actually goes. They'll ask for payment through Cash App, Zelle, crypto, or gift cards. Listen, you need a credit card to pay for your NCLEX exam. Nobody should be asking you for any of those other things. And once you pay, you either get generic practice questions, which you can buy a book to practice. That's what I did. They sell them. Recycled content you could find for free or nothing at all. And in some cases, just engaging with these offers can put your eligibility and future licensure at risk. Yes, your school can stop you from taking the test if they find out that you're engaging in activity like this. And not to mention, it's a federal crime. And this is where there's like a lot of confusion around this, because there's been real fraud in nursing. You may have heard of Operation Nightingale, and I think that's in California. These cases involve fake nursing diplomas being sold to thousands of people, allowing them to become eligible to sit for the NCLEX. That's real, that's documented, and that led to arrests, and it's probably still leading to arrests. But that is not the same thing as someone being fed answers during the exam. Now, if they found a way to bypass this and you are doing this, you need to stop now, because what I did see, and like this other nurse mentioned, they are flagging people. There's a Facebook page called NCLEX Boot Camp Study Group, and I see people, and mostly right now from New York, saying that their test results are being held. So maybe there is an investigation going on out there. Those are rumors right now. As far as what I can see, there's nothing out there stating that they are investigating Pearson VUE, but I do see that tests are being held. And I'll show them to you here. I'll probably have people's names blacked out because I don't know. It's not to say that everyone's test that's being held was trying to scam the system. It's just that, as she mentioned, if you pass in under an hour, which normally it takes longer than that. I took the NCLEX and I had, I think I had on my NCLEX, I had 75 questions, maybe 80 before the computer shuts down. Because when it says you're done, you're done. So it just shuts down. When I took the NCLEX exam, it shut down after 80 questions, and it did take me longer than an hour. It took me longer than an hour to take that test. And now they're flagging you if it's taking you less than an hour, because it just doesn't make sense for those 75 questions. Those questions are tough. They require critical thinking, and we know why people are doing it, because they want the money. But how do you expect to be a good nurse, right? If you are cheating the system, it's scary. There's some, it's scary stuff out there, because we know that real fraud has been happening in nursing, as I mentioned. That Operation Nightingale, I think, was in California, but I think New York might have been included. I'm not sure. But then we've had many cases also in Florida of whole schools. I'll put a link down below of all the schools that were implicated in providing fake diplomas to people. Nursing diplomas for them to go take the NCLEX. And if you have a fake nursing diploma, how do you expect to pass the NCLEX? That's insanity to me. What I could find is happening right now, though, is a mix of real fraud cases, real warnings from nursing boards about scams, and unverified stories spreading online about how Person View is doing this. And maybe it might come out later, like I said. But when you're a nurse already under pressure and already doubting yourself, those rumors hit differently. Because you're like, well, how do I get in on that? Because you're under pressure to go take the test. Most people don't pass the test the first time. So here's the bottom line. There are real scams targeting nurses, but there's also no solid evidence that widespread headset-style cheating is happening inside NCLEX testing centers. If something comes out, or if you know something, drop it in the comments. And if someone is offering you guaranteed passes, live answers, or inside help during your exam, listen, that's not a shortcut, that's a setup. Don't do it. You put that license that you have is at risk, because if anyone is ever investigated and they decide to go back, because the NCLEX, the Board of Nursing can go back, you are at risk of possibly having your license revoked and criminal charges. So just don't do it. Take the test, study for the test. Yes, it's hard, but it's doable. Yes, it's stressful, especially after nursing school. You've done all that work and you're ready to start working. After you take the nursing test, like they have positions where they bring you in, but then you just have to confirm within a month that you've passed the exam, the NCLEX, and they can't get their results. Their results are being held up. So they have lost the opportunity for positions. They have this is crazy. So this really is affecting the nurses that are doing the right thing also, because once the board decides to investigate, that's it. That it affects everyone, whatever criteria they decide. I mean, I saw somebody's license who's been held up since February. That's 2 months. Normally it takes like 4 to 6 weeks to get your results, right? And yeah, so don't do it. It's a setup. All right. And if you have any information about this, drop it in the comments. And if I find out anything new, I'll come back to you. But stay safe out there, nurses. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.